I promise every month I will not be spending this much money on books. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria, and today I wanted to be talking about the 10 books that I ended up acquiring in the month of January. So, the first 4 books that I have here were from a book haul that I got from Barnes Noble, and I went in for literally 1 book and I came out with 4. If that tells you anything about my capabilities of holding myself in at a Barnes& and Noble. The first book is a book that I have already read, and this is the book that I went in the Barnes& and Noble for, which was a book club pick, which was The Door to Door Bookstore by Karsten Henn. This is a German translated fiction, and it is super tiny. It's 216 pages. It is about a old man who his entire job is to deliver books, and his relationship with a little girl who is fascinated by his job and delivering books. So she follows him around and they form this relationship, and it's just about life and how as you get older, you begin to feel more and more obsolete because you feel like life is going on without you. I highly recommend this book. I gave it 4.5 stars. So if you have not heard of this, I highly recommend it. The next 2 books that I got were from an author that was there selling their books, which was From the Start and Back to Me by Katie Duncan. And I had a really fun time talking with her as they were explaining their books to me. I was really intrigued more by the second one than the first one, but then when she said that they were intercollected standalones and you do see the first couple in the second book, I had to pick up both of them. But From the Start is the first book, and it follows a girl who is autistic and she has troubles with intimacy. And so she decides that the best course of action is to go up to her childhood enemy, who she knows has no trouble with intimacy, and ask for help. To essentially say, I need you to help me learn how to be intimate and all that fun stuff. She is the black cat, he is the golden retriever. I'm just very excited about it. I'm excited to see the autism representation in this. But I was really intrigued on picking it up. And then the second one, Back to Me, is a sapphic romance. And so the main character in the first one, the girl with the black or the brown hair in the second one, is her sister. And so we follow her, and one of the things that really caught me into wanting to read this book is because Katie was telling me that they get a bearded dragon and name it Dolly Parton, and I just little tidbits like that in a story absolutely hook me, and so I had to pick these both up. And the last book that I got there at the Barnes& and Noble was one that I wasn't too bad that I got it, which is because I am needing to read it, which is Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I have already read Dance of Thieves and her entire Kiss of Deception series, which this is like the continuation of. So this was a good purchase. I am fully caught up on everything else and it's time to read the next one type of purchase. So I didn't feel as bad when I was picking this one up. If you have not heard of the Kiss of Deception series, it is a trilogy that follows a princess that decides to run away from her marriage to a prince in a neighboring country. Not only does the prince try and go after her, but an assassin is sent after her as well. And it is a story about the 3 of them, and you go along the way. This series specifically is following the aftermath of the trilogy. So I think it's like, I'm not sure if it's like a decade after the first trilogy takes place. I just know that I'm not going to spoil anything, but I know that she has been where she is for a while. So it doesn't follow the same characters per se. They are there and they are mentioned. It's just not their story anymore. We follow a new character, and I absolutely adored it. I loved being back in the world, so I absolutely needed to pick up the next one. So I this is gonna be on my TBR for this year at some point. Next was my only pre-order for the month, which was Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I don't need to talk about this. If you don't know what this is, there are a billion other people talking about it. I just need to be continuing on with this series, so I had to get the pre-order for it. I wasn't going to be fighting people at the Target special order sales. When it came to my door, it came to my door. But this will be my next read. And the last 5 books that I have on this book haul were gifts from my best friend for Christmas. We live about 2.5 hours away from one another, so it's kind of hard for us to see each other when we haven't like to have the time to plan and just drive. So we finally got to see each other a month after Christmas, and she gave me some books. So the first one that she gave me was The Shadow Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. The only thing I know about it is that there was a princess that was trained to marry a king and kill him and take over the kingdom. I don't know any much more about it. If it comes from my best friend as a recommendation, I'm gonna read it. So I'm excited. It is such a pretty book though. Look at those edges. I absolutely love, like, the weapon, like, the dagger and the roses, and it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to read it. And the last 4 books are actually the entire series, that she bought for me, which was, the Bargainer series, but the first one is Rhysophic. These are the rest of them. The next one is A Strange Hymn, The Emperor of Evening Stars, and Dark Harmony. But this follows a siren who, there is a bargainer that she can, essentially she has a bracelet of, like, black beads that are essentially IOUs for wishes that she has. And the bargainer never comes to collect on them until he finally does to collect them all. And so it's essentially a way to get her to help him, but also it's a dark fantasy romance, so this entire series is going to be their love story as well. So I'm very excited for this. Now that I have the entire series, I don't necessarily have an excuse to not read them. So that means that I'll probably be picking them up soon. If you have read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below so that I might pick them up sooner rather than later. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe down below and hit that bell icon so you can be notified anytime that I post. But thank you so, so much. If you were here this long, please leave me a bat wing for Rhysophic. Thanks for watching.